What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy BT. I'm your host of the Real Begins podcast. Today's episode, we're going to talk about my OG's influence on me. Now, let me start this episode off by saying I always looked up to the OGs in my hood. I used to look out the window at them OGs. They used to be hustling. They used to be fighting, shooting at people, everything. That was a big influence on me. Not only that, my dad was an influence on me. I knew he was a gangster. And I know he was a gangster. He's still alive. So I don't want y'all to hear me say he was, like he not here, he's still alive. But I knew he was a gangster. So I looked up to him and I seen how he moved and carried himself. I knew he had hands. And I just always wanted to be a gangster. So I used to look at the OGs in the hood, and now looking back and reflecting, I realized they had a big influence on me. And that influence wasn't a good influence. Now, I would say some of them didn't mean to have an influence on me, and some of them did. It was some OGs who used to tell me, "Oh, youngin, go in the house. Youngin, you got both of your parents. Hey, youngin, get up out of here, man." But then it was some to tell me, "Hey, youngin, you still in cars, man. You bringing heat to the block. Why don't you just hustle? Here, take this pack. Take this work." You know what I'm saying? I remember getting locked up with an OG. We'll call him Mo. That's not his real name. I don't know if he's still doing his thing, so we don't want to say his real name. And if you listen to this, Mo, you know who you are. I remember police locked us up one time. Um, Mo had gave my brother some work like a week before. Then my brother was being so bad, my mom sent him out of town. And plus, I was on my brother's back. Like, you're not gonna be out here like me. So anyway, Mo questioned me about that, and I took offense to that. Like, how this nigga gonna question me about my brother, man? You the one give him the pack, and I told him not to give him the pack. So anyway, make a long story short and a short story longer. We in a Chinese joint one day. We had a little Chinese joint on South Java at the time. There was a couple of places. There used to be an arcade, a Chinese joint, a smoke shop, all type of joint, video place. But it was a Chinese joint. We was in there one time. I'm playing Street Fighter. Stashed my bottles in the trash can. You know, you got the big trash can, the lining of the trash can. I stuck the bottles up in there because in Jersey we sell clips, meaning vials, and I had either SS 25s or GP something, GP 35s. I had the tall joints, the slims, yeah, the SS joints. People selling for dimes. I sold them for nickels. I had like probably 5 clips. Came out with 5 clips that day of nickels, knowing that I was gonna sell that. That's $2.50. I know I could sell. I said I'll be sold these in 30 minutes to an hour. Came out with 5 clips, put them in the line of the trash can. So Mo came in, hollering at us, talking to us, telling him he had some new dope called Dead Presidents or something. Anyway, he in there talking to us. He went to go stash his stuff at the trash can. I'm like, man. So I'm like, Mo, you got your stuff stashed in the trash can, man. I got my stuff there. He like, nah, man, I got mine in the trash can. And I had mine in the lining. So what ended up happening is police ran down in there. Undercovers. Not undercovers, DTs. I don't know, some people might consider them undercovers. They weren't undercovers. We knew they were jump out boys. So they ran up in there, made us all get on the wall, let most of everybody go, kept me and Mo, because they knew we was hustling. They knew I was hustling. They used to see me every day. I used to come outside every morning, like clockwork. I had stopped going to school in the daytime. I was going to school at nighttime. So every morning they used to see me, because my hours was about 7 in the morning to 7 or 8 at night. And sometimes I do 7 in the morning to the next, from one morning to the next morning. But that 7 in the morning became my schedule for years. When I was hustling in Colorado, when I was hustling in Raleigh, or when I was hustling in California, when I was hustling all over the place. So that became my MO for years. Anyway, they put us in the back of the car. And the cop went in there, they searched. The cop came out, he ain't saying nothing. And this my word is born. This my word is born. Mo, if you listening, you know this truth. The cop took a bag of heroin, bag of dope, bag of dog food, as the young boys call it now, busted open, sniffed it in front of our face. And he was like, boy, y'all boys got some good stuff. Ain't got that much cut in it. So the cop driving downtown, he like, yeah, I'm gonna book y'all on possession, but I'm gonna make it like a misdemeanor. Some crazy mess he was talking about. He kept, it was like, I think Mo had probably 10 bundles or something, 5 bundles. The cop kept all the bundles except for one. He was gonna book him on. And he was telling Mo, you can say something if you want to. He said, I'll book you on more than that and get the feds involved. I don't know if he could have did that or not. But anyway, we went downtown to the station. And me being a juvenile at the time, I was 16. They told Mo they was gonna book him for I think the charges was drug possession, intent to sell and deliver, and influence over a minor or something like that. But let me tell you how Jersey works. At the time, drugs weren't that big a deal. I'm just keeping it real with you. I know guys who had caught with a lot of stuff got 4 flats. In Jersey, we got flat numbers. 3 flat is 9 months. 4 flat is 12 months. 5 flat is 18 months. Matter of fact, my boy Boat got a 10 flat. He only did 3 years. 10 years flat, 3 years. Now, when you get them stiff sentences, like 12 with a 4, 4 with a 12, or whatever they call it, 3 with a 7, 4 with a 1, that's straight time. Like a 4 with a 1, you got to do at least 1 before you go parole. But the flats, people eat them up. As a matter of fact, they tried to give me a flat for a shooting before. But anyway, so Mo, he in the we in the precinct. They took him the one way, took me the other way. They already told me they was letting me go because I was a juvenile. But before they let me go, the cop was like, yeah, I'll give your money back. He gave me my money, which was like, I had like 500 on me. And I was surprised he gave it back and he didn't keep it. And he gave me more money. More money was like 800. So I had all the money. Now as I'm walking, they was like, yeah, you want to ride back? Nah, I don't want no police to give me no ride back to the hood. Is you crazy? You gonna get me killed. So I'm walking from the Essex County Jail. No, they didn't even have us in the Essex County Jail. They had it somewhere where the marshals be. Some like secret place down there by Society Hill. But anyway, I'm walking back up the hill. And in my mind, the first instinct was, I'm just hold this money till Mo get out. My second instinct was, no, I'm keeping this money. I told this nigga not to give my brother no work. I know you listen to it, Mo. I know you mad. It should be all right. So a couple days later, I see Mo. He walk up to me. Yo, youngin, let me holler at you. It's like, what's up, nigga? What's up? Holla. He was like, yo, did them police give you my money? I was like, nah, yo, they ain't give me nothing, son. Why would they give me your money? They booked you on drug charges. He looked at me. He was like, yeah, I figured that, man. They told me they gave you my $800, yo, and blase. I was like, yo, they ain't give me nothing, son. He was like, all right, man, I'm out. I see you come back outside to hustle. He was like, nah, man, it's too hot right here, man. I'm gonna find another spot. See, Mo was an old head. He was an OG. He was out there before I was born. So I had an issue with OGs. I always got into it with OGs. I told him not to give my little baby brother work. He gave him work. So that's why I kept the money. And I would have probably kept it anyway because that's part of the game. But these OGs influence us to be the way we are. Yeah, the motto I came up with, that I'm going to be a wolf and not a sheep. I'm going to fight anybody anytime. I got that from the OGs. When it came time to pull out a gun and shoot somebody, I got it from the OGs. The OG said, when you pull a gun, youngin, shoot. Do not pull a gun trying to show off. Do not pull a gun out trying to show somebody you got a gun. When you pull it, you use it. And that's that motto I live by. You pull it, you use it. And there's a lot of people that could tell you from Raleigh, North Carolina, to Newark, New Jersey, they'll tell you I pulled it now. But it ain't always gravy. It's consequences. I done pulled it before it done jammed. I done pulled it before, and it caused me a lot of problems. I had a lot of beefs. It was one time I used to beef. I was beefing one time with different people, 3 or 4 different hoods for a whole year. I always had a beef. Matter of fact, life wasn't interesting if I wasn't beefing. I was beefing so much. People was jumping out on me, all type of stuff. But I was never scared. I was never afraid. I was never scared. Do you see how sad that is? Because the consequences of my actions could have been death. Now, speaking of death, I remember there was a few times, no, it was more than a few times. When I was 17 or 18, I had already told myself, well, I know I ain't going to live past 25. Now, do you see how sad that is for a kid to say that? I really didn't think I was going to live past 25. And I used to listen to a lot of Tupac, and I know Tupac used to say that. But I was actually been saying it before I was listening to him. So when I turned 25, it was a big thing. I celebrated. I was like, I really did to be 25. Do y'all see how sad that is, parents? A 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 18-year-old thinking he gonna be dead at 25 anyway. Thinking 25 is real old anyway. I used to think that. And then I got to be 25 and I was like, wow. But see, as my status was coming up and I was a little baby gangster, I got smarter and smarter and smarter. So I wasn't getting caught as much. I stopped stealing the cars. I wasn't getting caught as much. But see, there's consequences to everything. We're going to get into that on other episodes. But a lot of these choices I made it so a lot of people are not in my life. A lot of these choices I made and consequences, people are not here today. So I want y'all to just take heed to my words. When I tell y'all these stories on this podcast, it's not to glorify nothing. I'm just showing you the life I lived and lifestyle I chose. When I was on South Jam, when I was in Newark, New Jersey, and I was looking out that window at people running across the street to the alleyway hustling. Then I got outside and started hustling. I got outside, started stealing cars. I got outside and started robbing people. See, people say, oh, I got away with this, I got away with that. I didn't get caught and go to jail a lot. I went to youth house a lot, but I didn't go to adult jail a lot. I went to adult jail, I went to prison, but I didn't go a lot because I always thought I was smarter than everybody. And I seen the writing on the wall, just like I seen the writing on the wall when it was time to stop. So I wanted to show y'all the consequences. So I'm building this podcast, and I hope y'all enjoy the content. You like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, so you can get notifications of my episodes. I'm on Spotify. You follow on Spotify, and as the time get better, I'm gonna host better. I'm gonna get better equipment, and I'm gonna tell you better stories. I got 34 years of stories, so I'm not running out of stories. I got my stories, then I got stories that I deal with other people. So I just want to help the youth, help the young adult, help somebody that's coming up out of prison. Maybe I can help you. So stay tuned to the episodes. I'm BT, the host of the Real Begins podcast. And I want to thank everyone for their support. Thank you.